my biggest, I think we can go back and forth on this, there's plus minus to both, but I'm just gonna lean to what's gonna get us, what's gonna get this product to people of Arkansas in the quickest fashion, so we do our job as commissioners.
I guess my issue with merit is how do we finalize it? I've always kind of liked the lottery at the end to a certain degree. My personal feeling is if we want to raise that, I'd be all for raising it. I would be happy to have procurement come in and talk to us about it and see what that looks like. But that's, I think we've got to decide what do we feel about that, because that's that hard part. I think merit is where we need to go, but there's got to be some way to deal with it at the end.
We can list procurement at the next meeting if y'all want to do that. Or we can have procurement come in.
I'm sure we can find someone from procurement who can make it next time.
You want to do that?
I'm okay with doing that. Do we want it? I mean, we've talked about it. I'm I guess for raising the percentage to the 95 percentile as we are, but I don't know if we can do that now or wait till next meeting.
Please wait till next meeting.
I'd rather hear, because I'd like to know, I'd like to know what we pick, if it's gonna wind this thing up in court, and we're gonna delay the state of Arkansas from moving forward, because, and we know that's an avoidable obstacle, then let's avoid the obstacle. I mean, if we get sound advice on, if we go this route, it's guaranteed to cause delays. We don't wanna delay this thing, because I don't have I just want to be, I want to be successful, and it's part of that success is getting it up and going quickly, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's just put this issue of we'll leave everything as is. We'll table it. We'll maybe ask. Well, we're not tabling it. Sorry. We'll leave it as it is. We'll revisit it next week. And would it be possible to ask somebody from procurement to come in and maybe put them on the agenda? That'd be great. Okay. Well, where we started with all that is, what do we think about the issues surrounding the merit criteria that we've got versus, I hate throwing anything out necessarily that we've already got, but I do like how the Connecticut's set up, and the detail it's got. So I guess really the only question is, do we need to look at, do we want to incorporate some more of that? And I guess it goes back to Commissioner Ramon, how do we want to do the point system? Is that something we come in here and instead of 1 to 10s, we all do our 1 to 10, so the overall score is 1 to 50? Do we want to throw the high and low out, so the overall score on each one of these is 10 points, 30 points? Any thoughts?
I think the lower the point range, the better. I mean, I wouldn't want to go over 1 to 10. I think 1 to 5 is probably, and I think that helps us with some of those complaints that be laid at us. I think we should tighten the points up to, so it's like on Schedule 1, qualifications of an applicant. So they're given, hold on, 90 points on this. Is that correct? Is that
Right.
that's the one we're working off of.
Mhm.
So regulated industries. See, you're the way this is put up, you'll score it. They feel like they hit all the stuff for regulated industries for 10 points. But should we not just have a scale, 1 to 5 points? Because we start reading applications, you'll start saying, well, this guy's got a much better idea than this other guy. We go score 1 to 5 points on the qualifications based on this criteria, or
I mean, I'm personally still a fan of the 1 to 10.
1 to 10. That's
That's my preference, I guess. And we had talked about that some last week. It just, to me, 1 to 10 is kind of the scale. I like 1 to 10. But my question, I guess, gets to be, when we start looking at, regardless of what rubric we're using, because we're not another state, we're creating our own. How do we, here's some of the issues that I guess I had with looking at what we had. When we start talking about some of the things that we're requiring, like page 4, on the Arkansas one that we've got in the packet, when it starts saying Schedule 2I, you know, for me, we've waited that you've got to give us a location map and say that you're not 3,000 feet from any of the things prohibited by the Act. We've weighted that the same as, you know, something which I might find more important, I'll just say, as saying, you know, have you been, you know, can you create and implement a business plan? I guess that's kind of where I see it as being different.
So, I mean, why would even 2I, that's kind of a minimum requirement, right? So that's not American.
Yeah,
You don't have that.
It is in ours, but it could very well be taken out of there.
So that's one that's like, that's not that we should just clean out of there, because I don't want to rate on something that's a minimum requirement, but it's hopefully the applications that hope ABC or someone will only give us the applications that have at least hit minimum criteria. They haven't hit minimum criteria, there's no reason for us to be reading the application. That's going to be a waste of time. So the ones that are minimum criteria, I think those should be just pitched. You either got it or you don't. You're either 3,000 feet away from a school or you're not. And then there's no reason for us to have to grade that.
The only reason you might want to still see that is you might want to see where this is going to be situated. In other words, is this in the middle of the neighborhood, or is this out somewhere else? It's going to be, this is a minimum criteria, but this is kind of an example. We don't restrict restaurants from being within 1,000 feet of a church or a school, but if they can have a negative impact or some kind of impact on a church or a school, the board could use that to deny. So you might just want to see what the area surrounding their facility looks like.
I would kind of think that goes under